Profits and success can be achieved by attacking successful businessmen. George Soros is an expert in this all. For those who don't know who George Soros is, he is a threat to India. I must say, not only to India, but also to the world. Whichever country he doesn't like, he will try to destroy the economy of that country. And currently, his main target is our foremost Bharat. He is someone who thinks the current government of India is not good and he wants to remove this government. You understood something? So according to George Soros, who should be the leader of this country should not be decided by the people of India. It's George Soros who will decide it. He doesn't want this people's elected government. He wants the government that he likes, in the Republic of India. So, no values of people's votes and no value for democracy, for him. The fools who claim George Soros to be a philanthropist, he is a big-time looter. Many countries banned his open society foundations. Elon Musk openly stated he will take legal action against Soros for funding the NGOs that deliberately spread false information about increasing hate incidents to advocate for limitations on free expression. Starting from the protest against Adani's Carmichael coal project in 2010 till now, every go involved in a negative campaign against Adani is funded by Soros. Adani has come back and is growing now even after a coordinated attack and a serious hit job by the short-selling fraudsters Hindenburg. The opposition party is an anti-India lobby. How can they digest this? So, the cabal has now gone back to their old friendly international company, OCCRP, Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, to attack Adani Group and cause havoc in the Indian stock markets. Right before the submission of its report to the Supreme Court, this sinister plan was used and picked up by the opposition parties and leaders. Various NGOs and media houses, both national and international, opposition leaders like Mahua Moitra, Jairam Ramesh, Prashant Bhushan, media houses like News Laundry, The Wire, claim that Adani was foreign and international lobbies are involved in this. OCCRP claims that it exposes and explains the relationship between money and power, but OCCRP is funded by the US government, the Ford Foundation, the Rockefeller Brothers Fund, the Open Society Foundations, and many other foreign bodies. We analyzed their annual report and researched the background of the team members as well. One of the regional editors was earlier working with NewsClick as well as a partnership on strategy consultant propaganda journalist Ravi Nair, who writes for The Wire. On the NewsClick is a member of the OCCRP. Recently, NewsClick was in a funding controversy that set its propaganda against India. When you look at the India map in their annual report, the sign is to Reganda is exposed. They are showing Kashmir not as a part of Indian territory. Do you know showing the wrong map of India is now a crime with a penalty of up to 100 crores? I request the government to take serious action against them immediately. Look at how the deep state works and gets funded. They operate under the guise of activism, media, journalism, and social work, but all they do is attack and crash the Indian market at the cost of India's developmental trajectory. To incur huge losses to the retail and small shareholders and to profit from such fake exposés, they have created a Hindenburg 2.0 kind of situation. Now, how do they do it? You people who are innocent about the fraudsters are one of the sources facilitating the negative campaign. Big-time propaganda media has more viewership and traction than truthful and independent media. They make sure that false information pops up top in the SOP. Your people read all the crap, never do a background check yet follow the trend. You are the market. You not showing interest in knowing the truth is the reason for the successful negative campaign and creating havoc in the society. The government has, on several occasions, scrutinized and in some cases frozen the operations of such NGOs, alleging regulatory violations and spotting their activities that were not in the best interests of the nation. But you do not know, and you think whatever the propaganda media says is true. If you're regularly watching, you would understand Soros's, Ford Foundation's, Rockefellers, or media's and Bill Gates's ultimate fraudsters. You don't even know the names of the fraudsters. Now you assume they had good intentions. Worse, you think Adani is a fraud, which is happening with many right-wing people. They pick half of the information and feel so smart about talking against Adani. Few idiots will simply join the trend without knowing what is happening, but the damage that will be created is to the Indian market. Note on the names, most of the thugs come from Digipub. They hire journalists to blabber 10 nonsense and baseless claims against Adani. It's essential for the people of Bharat to be aware of these groups which receive support from Western entities on Chinese communication networks. It's alarming that external players and economic interests may be influencing India's opposition parties. Look at how strategically timed this attack is before SEBI's report submission and hearing at the Supreme Court. This attack is very similar to how anti-India George Soros broke the Bank of England and the Bank of Thailand. Very importantly, please be aware that in the investigation update given by SEBI, 22 out of 24 investigations cleared Adani Group. Investigations on short-selling entities related to Hindenburg and Mauritius route allegations on Adani are yet to be concluded. Supreme Court hearing is due on August 29. These coinciding dates are no coincidence. It's a well-planned election campaign. They prove the fact that the opposition parties have started preparing for 2024. They are even willing to compromise Bharat's sovereignty to get power. I have repeated enough saying Congress is not an opposition party. It's a party to destroy India. In the center of all this is George Soros, an American who thinks he has the right to decide what's good for others. Everyone thinks their way is right. They never want Bharat to embrace its own voice. They want us to stay a copy of them, and they are spending billions to achieve this. It's crucial for Indians to recognize the atoms of external forces to disrupt our progress. I wish you spread the word and let their attempts fail. Jaya Shri Ram. Thank you.